Welcome back. It's spring break season and the Bullock Museum is celebrating with their third annual Trains at the Bullock experience. Joining us now are Kimberly Crabb with the museum and Michael Strittmatter with the Austin Model Railway Society, which I haven't heard of before today. I'm really jazzed about it. To tell us more, guys, good morning.
Good morning.
Lovely to have you.
Thank
Kimberly,
you.
We see you a lot.
Yes.
If you wouldn't mind, in your lovely train conductor uniform.
You.
Tell us what Trains at the Bullock is.
Trains at the Bullock is our special spring break train celebration of all things trains. And it's from Friday through Monday. And it's included with admission. And so people can come in and see very large train model displays. And then we also have some fun activities for kids and just some different information about trains in Texas.
There are still trains in Texas. I know that because that's the reason we call it MOPAC, right?
Yes.
Missouri Pacific Railway.
Missouri Pacific.
Uh-huh.
That's right.
All right. Mentioning my home state, it got me clued in. All right. Why do you want to continue to bring this event specifically back every year during this time?
It's a great way for people to learn more about trains in Texas, and then to also see all of the different model train displays and also meet with the people in the train clubs to find out more about it. And it's a great celebration of trains, but it's also something that little kids enjoy and also the biggest kids enjoy.
I love trains, and I think that there is something that kind of captures the heart, the imagination about trains, especially because at one time in America they were so plentiful, they were so important. We've moved away from that a little bit in favor of the car, but I think still at a very young age you can get kids to get plugged in. I know that you've got a low sensory experience on one of the mornings. Can you tell us about that?
Yes, Saturday morning we're very excited to have our sensory morning. And so the museum opens up an hour early for those who want a low sensory experience. It's just limited to 75 people, so we can make sure it's nice and quieter. And then we'll also have some different sensory supplies and some larger maps and some different things for kids. We'll also have a limited amount of headphones. And it's a nicer way to see the museum if you need a little extra time and just a lower sensory experience. And then they'll also get to see the trains an hour before everyone else.
Well, that sounds like a positive. So you brought some fidget toys, some kind of de-stressors, and then this I recognize as something that people who maybe would have trouble with facial recognition would use to point out, hey, I am happy or I am seeing happy, that sort of thing. Does that sound right?
Yes, they call it a communication card. And so maybe if your child's nonverbal, they can just point to it, and then it's real easy for the parent to understand and just to make a better experience.
I think that's amazing. So, do people need tickets for this specific experience, including the low sensory one?
Yes, for the low sensory, they can just go to our website and get tickets for it and sign up.
Okay, that sounds good to me. Yeah. And Michael, I cannot wait to talk to you about Austin Model Railway Society. You said you're about 40 members strong, is that right?
They're about, give or take a few.
Okay. And you meet how often?
We meet every third Saturday, usually at Hope Presbyterian Church off 183, except for this month, of course, we're going to be at the Bullock Museum. And it's a great time. It's open to the public if the public wants to come out and check out the trains running. We set up at 9, we tear down at 3. Trains are usually running at about 10:30. And then we have a lunch meeting in the middle. People are welcome to come by and check that out, see if they want to just talk trains with the members or bring by their little ones. We have families that come by all the time to just check it out. It's great.
Okay, yes. So you've gotten into some of the meat of like what I am excited to learn about. So you said you're kind of a middling age of like your members, right? Because you've got older folks who really love trains and you've got younger folks who really love them.
We do. We've got some folks that are about high school age generally, and then we have the retirees, the older folks. The ones that have kids out of the house so they can have all the space for their trains that they have grown up.
I hope my stepdad's listening.
But it's wonderful. It's a very diverse age range. A lot of people think it's a hobby that's more for older folks, and it's not. You can get into it, jump into it, and it's a wonderful hobby.
So you do run trains at every Model Society get together.
Pending any technical difficulties, yes.
I know that there tend to be technical difficulties with, you know what I mean? It just feels like it's part of the like par for the course as far as setting up a model train is you got to figure out something about it.
Ours is also a modular layout. It's taken apart and put together every single time.
Wow.
So there's always a little bit of gotta make sure everything's lined up, everything's wired correctly. We generally don't have many issues now, and everything just runs pretty great. It's fantastic to see. We'll have a dozen trains running at any given time.
That is so cool. So I hope that parents who've got little kids, maybe that are really interested in Thomas the Tank Engine or something like that, be a great opportunity to come out and see trains in real life. Talk to me about one of the, some of the stuff that I'm seeing here on the table.
Okay, so the club we have people that run a little bit of everything. I tend to lean towards the more contemporary, the things you see every day. Like on Mopac, you'll see things like this. We have Union Pacific diesels, the Amtrak passenger trains, freight trains, all that sort of thing. Here we have a model of Big Boy, the largest steam locomotive currently running. They restored it, and it does tours for Union Pacific. And then I brought some British stuff too, just because we like to run a little bit of everything. So I've got some British high speed, some British steam. And it's wonderful. It's and
I have to brag on you for a second. He even graffitied his own cars. This couldn't look more like real life because of your very talented, very teensy little graffiti skills.
It's very fine brushes and the cheapest craft paint you can get from like Michael's or something like that. It's really all it is.
Yeah. And what got you into trains when you were little?
I think like most people my age specifically, Thomas the Tank Engine is really the gateway. I had VHS tapes with both George Carlin and Ringo Starr narrating.
Wow!
So I got to see a little bit of both of their ways of doing it, but it just kind of, it stuck with me. I would get train sets every year for Christmas, from this size to I would get a Lego train set every once in a while, big battery powered ones, and I'd run the tracks all through the house. And then I hit high school. Then it kind of tampers down a little bit, and then I rediscovered the trains just coming out of college about 10 years ago. And I've been kind of hooked back into it ever since. And I joined the club in 2023 on a chance meeting with some of the members, and that's it.
Had a great time ever since.
Had a great time,
yeah.
Absolutely.
So with what you're bringing to the Bullock, talk to me about what we, the general public, can expect to see.
You'll honestly see a little bit of everything. Steam, diesel, contemporary, things from the 60s and 70s. Everyone likes to run a little bit of everything. We don't really limit anyone from what they're running. As long as it runs and runs, well, it's allowed to run. So you'll see a little bit of everything with us. I know with the other group, the tin plate trackers will also be there. They're going to have Lionel trains like this one here, which is about half the size larger of these here. They'll run stuff a lot nicer than this example I have. This is just all I have for that size. But you'll see a lot of they have a massive setup too, and it's going to be exciting to see.
Great. Okay, so it's like two groups that have come together to show off trains. Okay, some really cool stuff here. So for anybody who maybe doesn't know anything about trains, can they come out and learn?
Yeah, absolutely. Our members are always happy to chat with the public. If you're interested in the real thing or the models themselves, we have some folks that actually do work for or have worked for railroads, like the real thing. And we're happy to chat with people and get them into the hobby.
Yeah. Oh, you're going to get hooked. You're going to be going to the Train Society before you know it. Guys, this was so cool. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. For more information and to grab your tickets, visit thestóryoftexas.com.